What's up, YouTube? It's NG, the Neon X, and I'm back. It's been a pretty rough week.
Now everybody scream enough respect to the X. Enough respect given.
I haven't really been able to edit and upload any of the vids I've been trying to record. In the past week, a few things have happened that have caught my interest. Well, we know we had IFA, what was it, last week? Yeah. I didn't get to talk about all the things that caught my eye there, but I am working on some vids for that. But just to let you know what was of interest to me aside from the purse phone, they also had a rollable device. Now, it wasn't at IFA itself, but it was announced the week of IFA. It's from the company Techno, I think it's called. Rollable. Okay, yeah. It was called the Techno Phantom Ultimate. That is a really cool name. There's no no release date for it, but they did have the phone in their little teaser, and it seemed practical enough. So I do look forward to more on that phone. Like I said, I am trying to put together a little video about that and some other rollables that have been in the pipeline. I know, as always, just what I'm into, my opinions, and what I hope comes forth from that. Sony also announced a new device, also not at IFA. They had their own little show for it, and a few tech tubers have got their hands on it, and they're saying pretty good things about the device as well. So, you know, I do love my cell phone, so of course my eye was also on that. So some new mobile devices were announced. I don't talk about these as much. A new handheld, a new gaming handheld was revealed finally. This was the Lenovo Legion Go. Now, the Legion Go is, you know, the next mobile computing device in a long line of devices that have come before it and will no doubt come after it, that are trying to capture the mobile gaming PC market. Since the Steam Deck was announced, it opened the floodgates to this kind of portable gaming device. The Steam Deck is the most popular. Then we have the ROG Ally, which is, I guess, the second most popular, because these are from some big names in this industry. Now, there are many other ones out there. Surprisingly, I only started to get into this thing because I do like to game on the go, as I'm hardly ever home, and I have both a Steam Deck and an ROG Ally, and both fit, you know, their own special needs for me. But the Legion Go is a whole other beast, and I look forward to playing with that, because based on what I've seen, based on what they said about it, people have got their hands on it during IFA. It seems to be a very unique mobile device with a unique way of using it. It's like they're trying to push towards the first-person shooter on PCs, as opposed to just a regular handheld device. So I do want to see what this is like. It's supposed to come out in October, so I'm told, and of course I'm going to have to try to play with one of those. So that happened. What else? We had a bunch of gaming announcements. Sony had one where they showed off a few of the things that were coming to the PS5. I guess what most were excited about was the new Spider-Man 2 game and the new Final Fantasy VII Rebirth game. I like both of those franchises. I lean more towards the Final Fantasy as opposed to the Spider-Man. Nothing against Miles or Peter. I just never played the first one, really. Didn't really care to. But I did play Final Fantasy Remake and the original Final Fantasy before that. And really good games. So I do like what I saw at that PlayStation showcase. Nintendo also had one, and they showed a lot of casual games, as is with the Switch. But they also show some pretty good role-playing tactics games, which again is a genre I'm very much into. Second favorite genre, only to fighting games. Well, I guess I like some action games too, but my main thing is fighting games. They did show off Princess Peach. She's getting her own game. And again, I know I don't talk gaming much on this channel, but it was interesting to see that Peach finally has her own game. I think the last game she had was on the that was even Peach. That was Zelda. I'm not sure Princess Peach has ever got her own game, so interesting what they're trying to do. Sticking with the whole gaming aspect, Mortal Kombat 1 came out this week. Like I said, I'm more into fighting games. That's my favorite genre of games. So I am looking forward to this one. I've always liked Mortal Kombat, at least the newer ones, because they're really creative with the moves that they give the characters and the storyline. Nothing is ever too basic with these games. There's always something new, fresh, and inspiring. Especially with someone like me, who I myself love to do character designs and move designs and stuff like that. It's always been a hobby of mine, and the Mortal Kombat games really, inspire me to, push forward. And who knows, one day I might just make a game of my own. Aside from that, of course, in the mobile world, Apple announced the iPhone 15. Just my quick thoughts on it. iPhone 15 is iPhone 14 Pro in a cheaper package. That is a good thing, because I love my iPhone 14 Pro. I know I'm not a big fan of iPhones, but I give credit where credit is due. It was purple, so boom, first check for them. It came with new technology, the dynamic island. Second check for them, and overall it's just a very good device. I don't have anything bad to say aside from it's boring. It's an iPhone, but I guess the more you use it, the more you can try to make it as exciting as an Android device. But I don't really use it enough to feel that sense that others have when it comes to their iPhone. I prefer my S23 Ultra and my Surface Duo 2. There's more you can do with Android, but you bring your iPhone, you get the really good pictures. Your family, your friends will be very happy that you can iMessage and AirPlay and all of the FaceTime, all of that. So pros and cons. You give credit where credit is due. So this phone, at the time when it was released, cost me around $1,000. Now you can get a phone in a very similar package, not this color, unfortunately. They have these very pale colors this year, pinks and yellows and blues. I don't know why they went with those, but you get a device a little better than this to be honest, because it not comes with USB-C. And I've always said one cord to rule them all. Apple is finally on the bandwagon, so that is very good on them. Now the big thing was the iPhone 15 Pro and the Pro Max, because this year they're actually not the same, just one in a larger size. The iPhone 15 Pro comes with a newer chipset. I think it's called the A7 17 Pro, something like that. It's the first time they've used the Pro in the name of their chips. It was always Bionic. Now this one is the Pro, which leads one to think that there's going to be different variants of this chip for different models of iPhones going forward. If your iPhone doesn't need a certain thing, a certain amount of power, there'll be a chip that doesn't have that. So in essence, you would think you would pay less because you don't have that super high-end chip, which is probably what is going on here. The iPhone 15 Pro has a new chip, a better camera. It's still the 3 sensors at the back, but it's able to do more. Like it, with all the pictures, it always takes a depth map of the picture. So even after you do the pic, you can go in and do a portrait shot of the picture. You can change the focal points of the picture after the picture has already been shot. So I think that's cool, especially if you're into mobile photography. Me, not really, but I get how this could be very useful if that is your field, or what you have a deeper interest in. Of course, USB-C is on that one as well, but this is USB-C 3 as opposed to USB 2, which is on the other iPhones. It just means that it can transfer data faster. I think the numbers were along the lines of USB 3 is about, or can get up to 10 gigabytes per second. So if you are, again, a professional mobile photographer, or you take really large vids on your phone and you need to get it off your device to your PC to edit and all of that, having a iPhone 15 Pro Max will make that process that much faster. I also like the part where they said you can connect the device to a hard drive and it can actually record at a higher resolution. I think they said 4K 60 as opposed to 4K 30. Now, again, I'm not the biggest camera guy, but I do try and make these YouTube vids, so anything that might help my vids look better and all of that, and make it easier for me to get them to a computer to edit once I start to do that more regularly, because right now I still edit on my tablet and my phone, my PC very little. It's welcomed. So that's the iPhone 15 Pro. Oh, they also changed this little button here, which is weird. The silent button. That button, or that switch, has been on all iPhones since year of one, and they finally decided to get rid of it simply because they figured it's time to get updated. To have the silent button is great, but they can do more with it. So now it's an actual button. It's a multi-purpose button. You hold it, you get your silent mode, but through there you can trigger shortcuts. You can add other apps to trigger when you press it. Like the example they gave was voice chat, voice record, camera, but it can trigger a bunch of pretty much whatever you want. They have a whole list, and if it's not there, you can use a Siri shortcut to get to something that you want. You set the shortcut, link that shortcut to the button, and boom, you press the button, you trigger that action. So not the biggest update when it comes to their phones, but again, just enough to get people interested in the newer devices. Now, someone had said when I was watching all of these tech tubers get their hands on, that even though the cable is capable of those speeds, you still don't have fast charging, which I think is weird. I really thought Apple would try and say they invented fast charging or something like that, as they always do. Oh, now we have the new USB-C 3, and now you can charge your phone at the fastest speeds of ever on a phone. Yay, but you still can. They didn't include fast charging this year, but that's pretty much what caught my attention this week. I gotta say, it's been a pretty good week for what I'm into. I'm just sad I haven't been able to make vids on all of these things, but this vid here will have to suffice. So with that said, my name is NG, the Neon X, and just going over what I was into this week. This is what I'm into.